Another amazing day with you out there. Welcome. It's Weekend Deal. Street food, yummy, isn't it? After all, it's affordable, they are reliable, they are accessible, and oftentimes it's delicious. But just wait a minute. Let's ask ourselves a very pertinent question. What about hygiene?
Yes, very important question, Thelma. But you see this our food vendor, eh? The beckon to us with tantalizing aroma, a large smile, and the promise of a culinary delight. And as we edge closer, one thing we don't think about most times when we're going close to that aroma and that sumptuous meal is hygiene.
It's important that we have that right at the back of our minds. For example, many of these vendors start to prepare these amazing meals even before dawn in atmospheres and areas we may never visit and sometimes can hardly imagine. So we ask ourselves, and you again, how well are they maintaining hygienic standards and methods?
And don't worry, don't bother answering, because our expert guests today will be answering that. They will tell us how to identify safe and hygienic food, and also how steps to take in order for us to regulate that very sumptuous. I wanted to say important, but sumptuous and yummy came to my mind. So that very yummy sector. I am Patience Eloy Abba, and this is your favorite weekend show coming to you from the network service of the NTA. We also stream live on YouTube, on Instagram, and on TikTok at NTA Network, and of course on YouTube again, like I said, on NTA Live.
Let's do it again with you today as we explore the myths and mysteries of street food. We'll give them their flowers. Even on this rainy day, they are making plans to bring that delicious idea out for us to savor and enjoy. But we want them to take their flowers and also maintain proper hygiene. My name is Thelma Obaze. Welcome.
Lord have mercy. Tonight the music feels so loud. I wish that we could lose this cloud. Baby, it's better this way. We hold each other, the one I'm gonna play. I should have been through together. Should have been with love together. It's gonna play with me. Please stay. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilt or feeling got no reader. Oh, it's easy to pretend. I know you're not a fool. I should've known better
keep going on. We can keep going on. At the point I said George Michael in the building, a.k.a. Sweet Man. I mean, that was beautiful. Thank you so much, Mr. Sweetman. If you're just joining us, it is a favorite weekend show, Weekend Deal, and today our focus is on street food and, of course, hygiene. Now, from Iya Basira, Mama Calabar, Mama Iyabo, and all the ones you know, street food is quite popular and it offers a variety of amazing cuisines. Now, how do we enjoy our bole, our akara, our roasted corn? I can keep mentioning names without having to worry about hygiene. Anyway, to start our conversation, it's NTA Abuja. They're taking a look at Nigeria and the food street culture. NTA Abuja.
Man was work is a popular pidgin saying in Nigeria. Every day, people wake up and leave their homes in pursuit of a better life. In all the hustle and bustle, the need to energize is important. Sometimes this has to be done on the go, and that's where street food carves its niche. The street food scene is evolving and growing. Euromonitor estimates that the street food industry has grown from 13.6% in 2020 to 20% of the food industry in 2022. With street food vendors upping the variety and having better aesthetics, that number keeps increasing. From the usual akara, roasted corn, to noodles and burgers, street food is now no longer for a certain type, but for all types, contributing no less than $13 billion to the Nigerian economy.
The business is, if I said it's not if it's stress-free, I'll be lying. You know, cooking is not something you just wake up and you start doing. From the waking up at 4 a.m., coming out under rain, sun, you know, moving up and down, serving and all that. Then we also have the process of cooking takes time.
Meshai is a Hausa phrase which translates as tea sellers. Meshais have become synonymous with early and late night street food options. From the humble tea and bread, these vendors now offer variations of the staple and also noodles. Customers troop to not only catch up with the update for the day, but also to warm their stomachs to start the day, and possibly the Meshai will bid them good night on their way home at night. Street food is more than survival. It's a business, it's a culture, and it's a foodie's haven. It's the reason many people step out of their homes without lighting the cooking fire. On the streets, they can get to eat foods from different parts of the country, foods they have never tried before. An Igbo person can enjoy masa, or a northerner delve into abacha.
Even though that pure water, I feel sell, because me, as I did like this, I don't feel stay like that. Before, I know they do anything, no. True, I know they do anything. I do on my own for my house. So, as my husband can't die now, that is why I say, as I struggle myself, I strong well, I sabi look for money well. I know they even go from 4 o'clock, sometimes at 8 o'clock, they go house, 9 o'clock, I still there for this market.
Because whether it's akara at dawn, Indomie at noon, or suya under street lights, our city runs on food served hot, cheap and fast. But behind each portion is a quiet endurance from the early risers to those who begin their trading in the evening. Street food hits many points to different people, be it accessibility, affordability, or just trying to connect with the food memory. Street food and street vendors continue to cater to hungry bellies and increasingly contribute to the Nigerian economy.
NTA Abuja, that was quite in-depth. We're talking about food hygiene, especially as it pertains to food we purchase outside our homes. We've talked about the affordability, the accessibility, the convenience, and oftentimes they are tasty and delicious. What about the hygiene? There have been cases where people said they ate food out on the streets and they had some health concerns. How debilitating and devastating can this be? Time will tell. But today we want to see how far-reaching their hygienic measures are and if there is need, to make some changes here and there. After all, they are contributing quite an enormous amount to our GDP. But guess what? Someone has described some experiences as the hygiene crisis. Wow. NTA Katsina. Is there really a crisis situation? Please share.
Come the easiest and most sought-after food consumed on the street of Katsina metropolis, the issue of hygiene and safety has not been given a second look by consumers. Beneath the tantalizing aromas and flavors lies a matter of concern that threatens health and well-being of unsuspecting consumers. The daunting challenges of maintaining hygiene and safety standards have been very hard to contain.
We've had cases whereby people eat from a common source and, it turns out that people fall sick in large numbers and some are hospitalized, some leading to the loss of lives.
The risks associated with the street food consumption are multifaceted and alarming, such as food poisoning, illness, long-term health complications, and even death are potential consequences of consuming contaminated or improperly handled food. The situation is further exacerbated by the questionable quality of water used for cooking and washing utensils, often sourced from vendors whose hygiene standards cannot be ascertained. The vibrant streets of Katsina are renowned for their delectable and diverse street food sense, which has become an integral part of the local culture. A looming concern is the process of preparing the food by the roadside, which is usually done with little or no protection against environmental contaminants. Another growing concern is that many food vendors lack the essential training required to handle and serve food safely, leaving consumers vulnerable to foodborne diseases.
I cook yam, porridge yam, white yam, semovita. I'm trying my best to do the food in a good way. People love my food. From airport, people are coming here. From mobile base, people are coming here. From good and ready, all around.
The inspection of street food vendors is also a significant challenge due to their scattered locations, varied operating hours, and the insufficient number of inspectors to effectively monitor the teeming population.
Sometimes, even if the food is good, it has been prepared well, but the person that prepares it, maybe he has chronic disease like typhoid or any other illness that he can pass it through. So it is very important that we take cognizance of that, ensure that only food that is, we know from an assured source, assured vendor, maybe restaurants that have been duly registered and they have been certified fit.
Who is a survivor of food poisoning shares his experience.
There was a time I bought moi moi from roadside. After consuming, I suffered a serious stomach issue, which landed me in hospital. From then, I resolved to never buy food from roadside.
Despite these challenges, there is hope for improvement, and this can be done by organizing food safety training and sensitization programs for vendors, conducting regular and thorough inspections, and raising consumers' awareness on the cooking processes, the handling, the storage, services and maintenance of overall hygiene, and in the event violation of such standards, consumers should be encouraged to report to the relevant authorities. While the task of ensuring street food safety is needed, formidable, it is achievable when all stakeholders put their hands on deck and work together. So what's your favorite street food? Well, whichever street food is your favorite, choose and eat wisely.
Okay. He asked the question at the end of that and said, what is your favorite street food? Mine is roasted yam and that hot sauce. You know that hot sauce there? When you sit together, they do wonders. I love it. Okay, to further our conversation, our first guest is here, a graduate of microbiology today. She is an environmental and health specialist, a licensed one as that. She is Adeze Izerigwe. Let's see her profile. Jesus girl too.
Welcome to Weekend Deal, Dr. Izerigwe.
Thank you.
Nice to have you with us.
I'm glad to be here.
We're talking about street food. You know, some enjoy roasted yam and the sauce does something to them. Some of us is that curry. Even meals you can make at home because of the convenience sometimes, because of the affordability, accessibility, even sometimes the aroma you purchase. But we just saw a package from Katsina now. They talked about a health crisis, hygiene crisis. You being an expert in this field, should Nigerians be worried? These are delicious delicacies. We know we ought not to desist completely, but are there things we can watch out for?
Yeah. Thank you very much for having me. I'm glad to be here. Yes, the food crisis. You've already defined what street food means. When you said variety of foods, ready to eat, that you pick from the streets or from on the roofs that are just accessible through the streets. So that's basically what street food is. And then the problem is that Nigeria has gotten to a stage where you can't have your 3 meals in your home. It's almost impossible to have your 3 meals at home. You just have to, one way or the other, have 1 meal outside of home. How hygienic is this meal you're taking? Which is the worry that we as environmental health experts are perturbed with. So it's a source of worry. There's quite a lot that has to do with this. Is it the hygiene of the environment? Or is it the water that they use in making these meals? Or are we talking about their own personal hygiene and then sanitation? Most of these meals are made in streets close to drainage. These drainages are just, I'm looking for a word not to make it sound so terrible, but they are toilets for some people. These gutters. Their toilets. So open defecation is one angle we're fighting. We're fighting open defecation. We're trying to ensure that sanitation inside. Also, basically one thing we should understand is that the transmission of diseases has 5 pathways. Basically, your fingers, the physics, which comes as the open defecation, the floor, the field, which is the sand, the soil, and the rest of them. So these pathways, the barriers to cutting them is improving sanitation, improving safe water supply, and then your hygiene. So what we preach to these street vendors is boosting their hygiene. Boosting their hygiene. Because a lot of people, like we have agreed, that most people have 1 meal out of the home. So you have to patronize these people one way or the other. It's either you're taking food or you're taking snacks, but they are not regulated. So that is the major problem that we have as environmental health experts. Regulation. Having to regulate these people so that we can inspect them, license them, and as well create awareness, push awareness to them.
Okay, Thelma said something. She said even food you can make at home, we buy like akara. I mean, I think it's the way Mama Fatima makes her akara. When you make it at home, this is not the same, doctor. When you make your, I mean, there's something about the way Iya Basira will make her. You know what I'm talking about?
I get you.
You know. Do you eat street food? Let me start. Do you eat street food?
Who doesn't?
Okay.
Who doesn't? One way or the other. I have to be sincere. One way or the other. You just have to. Even if you're not eating food, you're taking the peanuts, the granules.
You're eating something.
You're eating something. And then as you're taking them, are you thinking about the pesticide residues that are on these vegetables, these fruits that we buy? In fact, we're having a health crisis. Like they said from Katsina, it's a health crisis. Pesticide residues are all over the fruits and the vegetables to make them last longer. You have colorants used in making your drinks, the zobos and the smoothies that we buy off these street vendors. And then it's just a retinue, aflatoxins for your granules and for your bajay tomatoes that they use and all those kind of things. You know, if I go through the microbiology angle, the microorganisms, that they are of three different types. You have the beneficial ones that you can use for your yogurts and cheese production, and then there's the disruptive ones. The disruptive ones are these ones that they're already telling you, I'm here, keep off. But then do we? You go to the market, you're seeing these tomatoes that are all broken, gushing with aflatoxin everywhere. But that's the one you want to buy because it's cheap. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. It's cheap, but then is it healthy?
Let me ask you this. We've listed a myriad of challenges to the extent that we don't want to be afraid to purchase this. Like you said, even bringing your food from home, you can have breakfast, bring one meal to the office, you microwave it. They're telling us even the microwave. So oftentimes we make the detour there. Whether we're buying it from full-scale restaurants or we're buying from the room, we have to eat something. There are challenges. What efforts are we making to limit the challenges that could become full-scale disasters? Or what should we do? We're going to purchase. Are there things to look out for?
Yes.
You've described some. What's in my memory now is that gutter. So are there things to look out for to avoid impacting our health negatively?
Exactly. That's where the public health department comes in. The public health department of FCT is working hard in collaboration with our mandate secretary, our amiable mandate secretary, who's a go-getter, Dr. Adedalapo Fashawe. So we're, in a few days' time, we'll be rolling out a lot of reforms in the food handling sector. So we're looking at pushing out more sensitization to these people, getting them regulated. The regulation is the key word here. Fair licensing. I know they're scared of the money and all what. We carry out what we call the food handlers test. But getting these people to come over for this food handlers test, there are two major microorganisms that we're looking out for. We're screening you for your stool microscopic culture sensitivity to find the typhoid and the rest of them. And then we're also running the hepatitis A antigen viral. We're checking the viral load as well. So these two tests, which has been prescribed by the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, are things that we need to run on these people, the checks that we have to run on these people. I don't want to reveal so much because we just want them to come. Let them make themselves accessible. When we come to them, let them not run. Come over and run this test with us. But the mandate secretary is working towards, we're looking at using rapid diagnostic kits on them. It may be free. This test, these kits that we'll be running, we'll be using it. When we come to you, we just run those diagnoses. Like the word says, rapid. So it gives us results immediately, and we treat. So when we treat, then then we just, the whole essence is to save lives. Saving lives. And making sure that what we eat in FCT, in particular, is wholesome.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't think a whole lot of us are going to give up our street food so easily. You know what I'm saying? We need them. Okay, we'll go on the break.
Wow, amazing, right? Well, while we were taking that break, Mr. Sweetman said, well, not dulling on my looks too. You girls are just shining. I want to go and raise the bar. So you see Sweetman in another dimension. And he's talking about today is celebration time for everyone. Mr. Sweetman, take it away.
It's gonna be a celebration, jubilation. Somebody that will be a story, oh. Celebration, a jubilation. Somebody that will be a story, oh. A celebration, a jubilation. Somebody that will be a Abase. Patience. Patience. I cannot understand why my people just suffer. How we go to thirst when we live inside the river. So my grandmama dowry is not the highest currency. We no longer live in harmony because of too much of agony. Or by the power of the living God, I believe by the wisdom of the Most High God. I believe today, oh, today, oh, today, oh. It's gonna be a celebration, jubilation. Somebody that will be your story, oh. Say, celebration, a jubilation. Somebody that will be your story, oh. Say, Jah is my life and my salvation. In whom will I trust to carry on my cross? As they struggle, as they hustle, it's time for me to bubble. No pain, no stain, no gain. We are free straight out of form of grace by the power of the living God. I believe by the wisdom of the Most High God. I believe today, oh, today, oh, today, oh. It's gonna be a celebration, jubilation. Somebody that will be your story, oh. A celebration, a jubilation. Somebody that will be your rhythm.
Booyaka. Dr. Daisy.
Listen, I cannot understand why my people just suffer. How we go to thirst when we live inside the river. So my grandmama dowry, it's not the highest currency. We no longer live in harmony because of too much of agony, but by the power of the living God. Patience.
Hey!
I believe by the wisdom of the Most High God. I believe today, oh, today, oh, today, oh. It's gonna be a celebration, jubilation. hear your story, oh hey. A celebration, a jubilation.
All right.
Lift up your hands up. Say you never give up. Lift up your hands up. Say you never give up. My phone can make phone. Hey, oh, say you never give up. My phone can make phone. Hey, oh, say you never give up. Say, in Kenjika, a better times waters are on in the bush. Though you must struggle, but now your God go to your ticket for you. You they try, cause your time now fine now. Oh me mama chepero, oh you tatalamo. Nkemjika, try. One day your light go shine. Obaze, lift up your hands up. Say you never give up.
Thank you.
Lift up your hands up. Say you never give up. My phone can
Yay! Yes, so you never give up.
Wow.
Woo. Say you never give up. Say you never give up. Welcome, man.
That's
Yes,
right.
Mon.
Yes, Mom.
Yes, Mon. You're welcome, Mon. Yay! Welcome.
Good morning. How you
Yes, sir,
doing?
we can deal now. Sweet man.
Eh? Where are we going?
Next report.
See. Nkemjika, a better times waters are on in the bush. Though you must struggle, but now your God go to your ticket for you. You they try, but your time now fine now. Oh me mama chepero, oh you tatalamo. Nkemjika.
Thank you, Mr. Sweetman. Mr. Sweetman, thank you. Thank you. Woo! Put us together. Put your amen. Give it up. Okay. He came in wearing something he has changed. So I'm tempted to call him Mr. Sweet Boy. He looks way younger. Now, join our conversation is NTA Mina. They've been standing by. They can't wait. NTA Mina, take it away.
Every day in Mina, the streets come alive with flavor. Suya, fried yam, rice and stew, masa, moi moi, delicious and affordable meals served hot and fresh. But in the rush for a quick bite, we often forget a question that could save lives. How clean is the food we are eating? Street food feeds the city, but poor hygiene practices can also feed disease. Dirty water, unwashed hands, reused oil, and contaminated utensils are hidden dangers.
Talking of the streets vendor, while we appreciate that, yes, it's part of the economy, we also appreciate the accessibility and the affordability of such food. If you look at it, food itself has roles it plays in the body. You understand? Now, it is clear, once the hygiene is not there, some of these benefits, you cannot get it. And it also increased to the level of micro bacteria that could find their way into that food. So, and if already food that is expected to be consumed for a healthy living end up being a source of infection, definitely we should know that we are not getting what we want. We are not getting value for our money. So that is why we need to look at the hygiene critically, not the issue of maybe it's cheap, is this, is that. No. But at the end of it, will you be able to say, yes, I am eating this food and I'm getting the kind of healthy benefits that is needed as a result of consumption of our food.
So, how do you know what's safe? Clean food should smell fresh, be served hot, and be covered. Vendors should wash their hands regularly, use gloves or utensils, and keep their stalls tidy. Water is life, but it can also carry disease. The source of water used to wash plates, prepare food, or rinse hands matters.
I don't usually buy food stuff from other vendors because some of them have flies and other stuff in it, and it shows that it's not clean. But I buy it from her because she's very neat, and then it's clean, and her foodstuffs are nice. Yes, and snacks, they're all nice.
I used to cook without washing my hands often, but after training from the health workers, I have changed. I now cover my food, wash with clean water, and customers have trusted me ever since then. I now make more sales.
Issues that surround street vendors, food vendors. I'm sure we're all aware of them, aren't we? Yeah.
Educating street vendors is key. With community programs, simple training, and health inspections, change is happening, one plate at a time. And the youth are stepping up, using their phones and platforms to educate others.
I post short videos showing clean and dirty store, showing people how to choose good food and tips for vendors. People tend to learn faster online and in visuals.
Street food is part of our identity. With the right knowledge, good hygiene, and public awareness, we can keep the flavor and lose the danger.
Wow. In spite of all we've been learning today from Dr. Ezerigwe and research we have done, you cannot help but see when the stew is making that sound, you will first clean your sweat. You will start salivating even before they serve you. Well, one of our own is here. I was just telling him that our former EDP, Mr. Wole Koka, he could not have lunch, dinner, except your Talking Lies kitchen. It's our honor to welcome him. And we're even saying we know the wife, we know the workers, but Lai himself is always behind the scene. Today, he sits here to talk more about food vendors, hygiene, and the impact on our health. Let's see his profile.
You're welcome to Weekend Deal, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome to Weekend Deal.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, good. All right. So we're talking about street food and hygiene. And I know your place here is mighty popular as far as this area is concerned, you know. What do you do to ensure that when we come to your kitchen, we are eating safe food? Because we always gravitate towards that side. What are you doing? What steps are you taking to ensure that the food Nigerians are buying from you is safe?
First and foremost, let's give the kudos to our FCT environmental, because actually we try our own best, we do, but what really happens is that the FCT environmental and AMAC, they really try. They check us almost every month. They will come, the fumigation, the food hygiene, food and handlers, how you people handle the food. They used to check us on my own too, because I would say I would try my own best, but staff there, truly with all the training and other things she has telling me, they can still go, can do and undo. But I will see, most of the time I invite most of these environmental to come and sanitize us, to come and tell them, because they are the authority. So when they see these people, I think the fear is more. So that was why our food is more hygienic and it's good.
Okay. Before you go to Telma, who cooks your food? Do you have people who cook your food, or is it Madame that cooks that amazing food? This is curiosity from my side.
In that regard, that was why you said you don't see me.
Yes.
It's something that I can do with tedious as it is. It's something that I can do.
You cook yourself?
I cook by myself.
All the meals?
Yes,
you have staff now, a lot. I've seen
yes, what I'm saying is that I cook by myself, but my staff, I train them to my own standard, you understand me? So, which I checkmate all their activities.
Okay. I know that many times for you to meet the needs of people that will come, because I know, like I referenced my former EDP, Mr. Wale Koka, once he comes to work, anything you are bringing on his table, please, lie until your food is ready. He doesn't eat. And I won't tell you some of the comments he made about what he had seen round and why he preferred what you were serving. But let me ask you, oftentimes, to meet the demands of people, you need to start cooking early in the morning.
Yes.
Some people start at 3, some at 2, some people 4, so that when people come at 8, 9, food is ready. How are you ensuring that those safety measures you have entrenched in your staff are being abided by that early? And they cannot see now. It's not even done. So what are they putting inside the stew? What is making that How are they cooking that pomo? How are they making that beef? Are you there at 3 a.m.?
Actually, let's say it's the division of labor. Because actually, I have more than staff now. Because when I started, it's not like this. So if it is when I started, I would say that I was the one. I must wake up by that 5 o'clock. She has told me, and I close by 1.
1 in the morning?
1 in the morning. Because that time, I want to meet up my rent, and I could not be able to pay my staff. I started with nobody. So the work is more tedious. But now, I have more than 35 staff. So it makes me to spread my wings, which at least division of labor, you can be the one that cook only white rice. You do semo, you do stew, she has told me. But at the end of the day, I will still be there supervising them.
Okay.
I must be there because I want my taste and my standard to remain the same.
Okay, amazing. I want that question for you, but hold it. Let me talk also to Dr. Adezi. I don't know if this is a myth, but they say the way we cook our Nigerian food, germs cannot so as in when that fire starts, you will see microorganisms running as in physically. Because they say the way we cook our food, we can't even get sick from our food because of the high heat, and we cook it very well. Is it a myth or is it true?
It's a myth. It's a myth. There are microorganisms that are called thermophilic microorganisms. Okay. That's the love heat. So where are they going to run to?
You just busted my bubble. You just busted my bubble on national TV. But then you said the way they cook that food, nothing can survive.
No. Some can. Some microorganisms also have spores. Spores are like coverings that heat cannot permeate. So it's a whole lot. And Mr. Lai said he has 35 food handlers. I hope when our people come for inspection, we're seeing 35 food handlers there. So we have 35 claims.
Claims are to clean. Okay, yeah. I know the area that you are going to.
Then we have 35 people to train. You understand? Because that's the problem. That's the challenge that we have. Most of them, they have quite a number of food handlers. But when we come for inspection, I don't know. We rarely see them. You understand? We rarely see these food handlers, and then you ask them to come for trainings, and they don't turn up. So how are we going to do this sensitization? It's a big challenge for our office. We have gallant environmental health officers that are going around doing the inspection, enforcing that you do the right thing. You understand? When they note nuisances, they tell you this is a nuisance, abate it. There are some kitchens that if you enter, my sister, you will stop eating what comes out from such places. Not just the small food vendors, even big facilities. So it's a big problem that we have at hand, but we're equal to the task and we're going to surmount it.
Amen.
In the next few weeks, the reforms I told you that we're rolling out in FCTA, it will go a long way.
Okay, that sounds interesting. You know, Dr. Lai, say doctor. Yes. You're an accountant, not a doctor.
Doctor.
Yeah, okay.
Food
Yes,
doctor.
yes. You're a foodpreneur. You began small, and hopefully, maybe perhaps somebody inspired you, and you learned hygiene early. Were you to speak to the myriad of food vendors, not just in Abuja, but nationwide, because we will still keep eating from them.
Yeah.
Not everybody will come to Lie or that big established restaurant. What would you tell them to look out for to safeguard our health? Because sometimes their own mothers, their aunties, their cousins could be also patronizing other food vendors. So what they are doing to us, it will happen. To go around. So what measures can they take to ensure that everyone is safe?
Okay. What I'm seeing, that I should have leave that question to my doctor, but let me be of help. What really happened is that I started with nothing, but despite that, somebody that inspired me to do this business, to do this work, is my mom. So because my father's sisters is the one that's doing this business at Lokoja, I stayed with her when I was in school. So after my youth service, I came to Abuja. We have a small branch there at Area 2. Actually, the place, the hygiene and other things was not okay. So that was what made me to even come to this Area 8 Recreational Park. But despite that, you can start something with a little. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you can start with a little, not until when you are big, you think you can start. You have to start. When it comes to hygiene of food, it's a long way, because as a boss, you may have good intention. Maybe you sanitize yourself, but the staff too, the handler, your co-worker, these are another challenges that we have. But with FCT and AMAC Environmental, they have been of help to us so that you can eat a good food.
Okay, one thing I like about your place is the fact that when you enter that place, I see the thing on fire. So I know the kitchen is clean, because sometimes I imagine too, if the kitchen is fiery, I'm like, okay, but where is it? Like you just said, what's going on behind? But there, you sit on the fire, you see
it's fresh.
It's fresh, and all the women are tying their hair, so wearing that thing they wear. So I think it's good. So well done. I hope other people also learn. So, doctor, I like this myth. I want to demystify a lot today. They said that because Africans, germs in our body, that we eat these things, they don't affect us. But if you're, I don't know even how to put what I'm going to say, but they say that if you've been eating it from time immemorial, your body just the kakaraka, nothing affects it. But if you're this person that is still careful, when you take it and there's problem, is it true, or anybody can catch anything at any time? Let's say you started eating this street food and you've never bothered, and you're strong, and a lot of them are healthy. They're healthy. And then you that is very careful of a particular class, if you drop down to eat these things, therefore will say, hello.
Welcome to the
Welcome
flock.
to the... So is it true that our immune systems are stronger when we are rugged or something?
I've read it like you have.
Okay.
I've read it like you have, but there's no proof to that.
Yes, true.
I can't roll out any statistics because I don't think research is still ongoing in that gut. But it's said. Let me just use that. It is said that when you eat those things, when you eat them, that you grow immunity.
Yes.
But then, foodborne diseases they are everywhere. They are everywhere. It doesn't know big or it doesn't know small. So you can't say that someone has immunity to foodborne disease or someone doesn't have immunity to foodborne disease. The most important thing is let us all be on guard. Protect yourself.
Yes.
Do the needful. Do the needful. Boost your hygiene, and then use safe water as much as you can. And then, most importantly, hand washing.
Hand washing.
We can't stop preaching hand washing. You know, COVID came and everybody stuck to hand washing, and then COVID left, and it was as if we dropped our guards and nobody continued with the hand washing. But you know that the greatest barrier to any disease transmission is hand washing. Because your fingers, the microbes that are in your hands, if you check, keep looking, more than 200.
I want to look at my hands. I mean,
more than 200 at a go if you should put it under a microscope. So it's really be on guard, hand wash. And then why we are particular about the food handlers is that they are the first biological hazard. Yes, the food handler is the first biological hazard. You ask how? When you as a food handler, you're the one that is directly involved with the food. Anything you have is going directly into that food. And foodborne, why we call them foodborne diseases is because they are passed through food. You understand? So for like the hepatitis, there's the B and the C, the D and the rest of them. But the one that is passed through food is A and E. And that is the one that is of interest to us. You understand? And then your skin. You as a food handler, you're not using gloves. I was looking at some pictures. I was trying to see if I could find them wearing gloves. They were wearing the hairnets, beautiful, but gloves, I didn't see gloves. You as a food handler, you have boys. These are staph aureus grooming on your skin, and then it's just going. You know what heat does to boil? When heat touches boil, it just punctures it, and then it drips into. I don't want to paint a gory picture.
Sometimes they have cough, they have flu.
And you advise them to wear the face mask, and that they don't want.
But you know something, Dr. Ezirigwe, you know, because you've not been able to access everybody one-on-one or in groups in Abuja, as you're talking, I would like you to bring your language, you know, down for those who are watching and for those who take the message to them. Let them be able to tell them almost word for word what you have shared, because it's a privilege to have someone like you sharing this knowledge. Break down the grammar. We are going to be enjoying the food. Let us assist them to do it right, so that good health is for all of us, for them, for us too. We're going to Enugu, and guess what? They know that workers, like you said, can hardly eat all our meals from home, even if we bring the food to the office. Sometimes it's cold, no access to heat it up and all of that. We end up not even eating that food. So the food vendors sometimes are our best friends. And you know, when the stomach is, a hungry man is an angry man, we will still reach out to them. In Enugu, they are concerned about the workers and students. We eat on the move. What is the impact? What should we do besides sanitizing, washing the hands? What should we do to ensure that we stay healthy? NTA Enugu, we've been waiting for you. Please share what you found.
In the heart of Enugu, Nigeria, the aroma of crepes, akara, and rich local delicacies fills the air. For many, street food isn't just a convenience. It's a way of life, an essential part of their daily routine. But with tight schedule and even tighter budgets, can one truly eat well on the move?
Roadside food or street food is enjoyable and affordable. Eating it over a long period of time can predispose somebody to health diseases. So that's why I'm advising that in as much as we are eating all the street food, we will minimize the way we eat them.
I patronize them once in a while. I can see, the rice, the plantain, the beans, the stew. It's just like anything someone can make in the house. Yeah, so I eat very well. I'm satisfied. In terms of hygiene, you never can tell when you're eating in a public space. Yeah, but the food is marvelous.
Here in Enugu State, we pride ourselves on local cuisines such as the popular abacha, achicha, fio, and others. But then, how affordable are these meals? There is a persistent myth that eating street food equates to eating poorly. How true is that? Is it possible to navigate the bustling streets of Enugu and still maintain a balanced diet?
We can supplement this food with going by fruits. There's called what we call fruit fast. You can fast for fruits for 1 week, for 3 days, depending on your pocket. Thank God our local fruits and vegetables are always within season. So this is the season of local pear. This season of you can get watermelon, you can get oranges. So you can supplement that. You can use that as your snack. You can snack on them.
Interestingly, in most major streets in Enugu metropolis, fruit stands are strategically situated to quench the cravings of fruit lovers as well as serve as a balanced diet. Eating well on the move in Enugu is an achievable reality. By dispelling the myth and embracing smart choices, Nigerians can continue to enjoy the vibrant world of street food while nourishing their bodies with a balanced bit at a time. So next time you're on the streets of Enugu, remember that eating well isn't about where you eat, but how wisely you choose.
Are so provided right now today, and of course talk of Lion Kitchen, these right now are so provided and it makes sense. Okay, we'll come back to our conversation. Dr. Adeze is here. I mean, she was busting some moves. She came with all that steez, right? When music started, I saw someone like, okay, something is going on here. Okay, back to our conversation. So we've said all these things and we know that street food is not going away soon. Not only is it nourishing, is it providing yummy company for our tummy, it is also providing employment and contributing to the GDP of our nation. So they are here to stay. Now, for we who buy, people who patronize, what are the red flags we should look out for? When you approach a woman who is selling or a man who is selling on the street, what are the things you should see and say, no, I'm hungry, but I'm not going to eat that food? So let's talk about that so that we can also protect ourselves, even as government is trying to ensure that our food is safe.
Okay. So thank you very much for that question. Aside the facts of the visuals, what you see around you, you know, there are things, there are times you come to buy and then there's a worm of flies. That should be a red flag. Yeah. You know, when you see plenty flies around you, and then just the basic hygiene. Let's talk about the basic hygiene. The basic hygiene should at least be a little top notch. If the place is not looking clean, please don't buy. Please don't buy, because what are these diseases that we're fighting with? You know, when we run the stool microscopy, culture sensitivity, just analyzing your stool in layman's language, and we see like salmonella. We know we are just working with salmonellosis in question, Shigella shigellosis, and then there's this strain of E. coli, Escherichia coli, 0157H7, that is the major food poisoning strain. So those are like organisms that, and where do we find these organisms? They are usually in undercooked foods, raw foods, undercooked food. It comes with poor hygiene, you understand? So we don't want to see, we want to really bring these diseases down to the barest minimum. It's not like we're going to eradicate them completely, but let's bring it down to the barest minimum. And then there are symptoms that we present. You as the one that is buying that food, each time you go to eat from this person, you come back, you finish eating, and then there's this little fever that comes in. You're wondering, why am I feeling feverish? And then there's abdominal cramps. Sometimes it's nauseating. You have this nauseating feeling, and you just take your tom-tom pop. You take some sweets and pop into your mouth and lick, and you're fine, and you feel it's okay. It's a red flag. When those signs start coming out, please go visit the nearest hospital. It could be food poisoning that you're battling with. It could be these diseases and infections that are just rearing their ugly head, because most of them attack your gastrointestinal tract, meaning your stomach. That is their first point of attack. So once you start having those challenges, these symptoms, just know that they are red flags. The abdominal cramps, the nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, fever. Run
You should
along.
see the nearest
See the nearest
yes,
doctor.
nearest
And that's
doctor.
why we just want them to be regulated. They should please allow us assess them. Let's assess them. We're giving them, food is life.
Yeah.
So we can't stop them from doing the business. The only thing is that we're going to help them make their business grow. Because what is the end goal? The end goal is to have safer foods, healthier communities, and them being productive and profitable in their businesses.
But see, one way perhaps one would say maybe you can liaise with NOAA to have promotions on telly. Like every NTA could come to us, work with NOAA, and let's make messages that they can understand, they can discern, and they know we love them, we love their food, but we want to work together to keep Nigerians healthy.
Certainly, we're going to do that because that's part of the things I was saying earlier, that some reforms are coming up and we'll be announcing in the next couple of days. So that's part of it. There will be massive awareness creation and sensitization.
Oh, I want to just ask Lai something. Lai, just a minute. Lai, you know that sometimes we're eating somewhere. We notice that your handlers or your workers did not do something right. When a customer tries to correct some stuff, they lose it. I've been at places where the whole place will come down because a customer made a correction. So beyond even their hygienic method, how are you teaching your workers to be customer friendly? Because what we are telling them is for their good as well as ours.
Okay, like I said, individual differences because they are coming from different backgrounds. We sanitize them and we give, most of them went to training. Because this business also is what one of my auntie is doing in Lokoja. I send them to Lokoja, most of them should have me to go and have a little training, just 3 weeks at my auntie, which is Misty Restaurant. I send most of them to there to go and have a little training. And apart from that, this is another thing that for them to just even have an holiday, or let me call it, yes, we used to just use it as a training. So we do that for them, number one. And I know that, as like doctor said, the cooking started from even from the market. What you bought from the market, it matters a lot. You understand me? Because you want to make a gain, you want to make more profits. You understand? You want to make more profits. People go for the lesser one, which you know that this thing is already spoiled.
A budget tomato.
A budget tomatoes.
Ah.
What did you call the tomato?
Budget.
Budget. They call it budget. Spoiled one. Sorry.
Budget.
Spoiled tomatoes.
Budget. But if it's spoiled, why is it in the market?
No, what really happens is that this is something that they have already unplugged it from the farm after 2-5 days. Maybe the thing did not move on time, so that the tomatoes already spoiling. So people go, because if you are buying the good one, 5,000, they will sell this one 2,500 or 2,000. Some people will go for it. So that's number one. Like my kitchen, even 2 years as of yesterday, I told the woman that is grinding tomatoes for me, this stew that we are cooking, it started from this list. Your tomato that you select and then the pepper and other things you have before you grinded it, you know, the measurement is there. You could just want to grind tomatoes, it's just one basin. Maybe tomatoes just be normal half bucket, you understand me? Put 1 bucket, small pepper, you know, it will not give you what you want. So from there, these are the little things that spoil the food. And like you said the other time, the doctor said, I used to educate my staff with these nose masks and then the hand glove of a thing for them to use it because it's very good. And the safety boots also because of the fire. I'm using firewood. Most of the things that we cook is the fire. Actually, we have both firewood and gas. You understand me? But the main thing
the amala.
The amala.
Hey, it's going like this.
Yes. It's the firewood. So they have the safety boots and their nose masks.
Yes.
So these are these little things that we are trying to do.
I know. I'm coming back to you.
Okay.
And this is a bit personal.
Okay.
I've been to your place and I see your wife.
Okay.
And you say you started when very small. It wasn't along the line you met her because the way she's doing the business, you think that she's the one that started it. Did you start, or she now say, I like this young guy, please, I'll marry him and continue? I mean, tell me your love story.
Okay, that one is a long story.
No, not too long. Just tell me.
Okay, I should just
say,
I'll
did you meet her while you were doing that, or she met you and joined the business?
Okay.
I am that curious.
Yes, we have been together before I started the business.
Oh,
she understand.
okay.
But when I started the business, she was not even in support, like, why a graduate, accountant, for that matter, that this is what is inspired for me to be. This is what you are looking up to. After 2 years, because she's working as a civil servant before she now retired to join the business.
He's doing well. If you go and see his wife, she is standing there. She's the one I know, not you. Wow. If you go there, she's the one you will see.
She's the face to the business.
She's the face to the business, and she's so passionate.
Nice.
So courteous too.
And it also helps for those who have, we can now see from Mr. Lai's business that when partners are in tandem, thinking together, planning together, it will impact. Where you don't see, she will see clearly. Yeah. You are behind, she's in front.
Yes.
She will take feedback to you for you to fine-tune. You two will go to the market, you will tell her what you found. Maybe to impact how your staff will work and how they handle customers. Yeah. But I want to ask you something before I take a few messages. He brought something that perhaps we did not ordinarily put at the front burner, the marketplace.
Yes.
How far-reaching are your tentacles beyond the food vendors and their business? Are you out there at the market too? This budget, is that budget, pepper,
budget, not budget.
All the budget things.
Budget.
I said, okay. All the spoiled things there. Are your tentacles impacting them and the people who are selling them, so that people don't even have that kind of opportunity to pick such things?
Yes, very nice. I was going to get to that because that's the food value chain. When we talk about food safety, we talk about from farm to the table. So from farm to the table means that you have to check from the farmer. You are educating the farmer. Do not use so pesticides for your vegetables. Do not use so fertilizers. That these are the harms that they bring. The farmer now brings out to the market. At the market point, you're telling the market that is selling, don't spray pesticides over your stockfish and your vegetables and your fruits to make them last longer, to avoid. If you come to the market and you want to buy fruits, let's just take fruits for instance, and you don't see flies, stay away.
Wow.
There are pesticides all over. That's what it means. They have used pesticides to cover, and it's loaded, and we don't know the quantity that is there, and you're taking in and just. That's why cancer is all over the place. You understand? Then from the market now it comes to Lai's kitchen. And how does Lai store? There are temperatures that these foods, food produce have to be stored at. Are they storing it at the right temperature? From the kitchen to the preparation to serving, the serving to now you eating. So it's a long chain, and that's why we go into serious training for these people. You talked about the qualities of the food handler. Attention to detail is one key quality. Team spirit, customer attention. You understand? These are qualities that a food handler should have. And then in that value chain, we have to train them. But then there's the tier of government. There's the federal, the state, and the local government. States cannot do all. Yeah. So the market has been assigned to the area councils. So the area councils are the ones doing the sensitization in the market. So when you see the white and gray and brown colored people walking around in the market, they are environmental health officers from area council, sensitizing, inspecting, creating awareness in the marketplace. Then when it now comes to the state, the food handlers, and then the hotels, the different vendors, it is now our job as a state to ensure that safety is maintained. Food safety really is everyone's business.
Everyone's business. And like my EDP will always say, Terry Taylor, she will say, they have their jobs cut out for them. Okay, now, the truth of the matter is on the street is where you hear the real opinion. And we're talking about forced food ripening. Let's go on the street.
Yeah.
I know carbide is what the welders use in welding. When they mix it with water, they use it on weld. But for the one of fruit, why I stopped eating fruits around is because of the carbide they are using in making it to ripe. And if you see fruits that is naturally ripe, you know. The one that is carbide, you will know. Even the test will show you that this one is not natural.
99% of the fruits we are eating now are forcefully ripe. And then also, Nigerians government, the state, the local government, the federal, are yet to really identify who are the original farmers. Because original farmer will not like to bring the fruit to the market unripe. But most of these third-party sellers, distributors, goes to the interior farm, plug them unripe, force them to ripe with carbide, with so many chemical to ripe it. Banana that can still stay for 1 week. You use 3 days to ripe it. Then of course it causes harm. Dysenteries and diarrhea will come in.
I ripen my own with the stem of the banana. So most times we buy the ones that have ripe already. So, but when we don't get to buy the ones that have ripe, when we buy the unripe one, we use the stem to ripe it. Just cut it into pieces and put it in a drum or somewhere that is tight where there is no air to. And leave it for like 2 to 3 days. And it will be ready by then.
Once you see a fruit that is forcefully being they use carbide in forcing it to get ripe. And once, a carbide has a chemical of its own self. It's not even good for human human consumption. At the time you see, you discover, you see it, how it's forcefully ripe. If you're the kind of person that you are used to fruit, when you see a fruit that is forcefully forced to ripe, you will know.
This is Weekend Deal. Our focus from the onset till now is about street food and hygiene. Hygienic methods are important so that we stay healthy. The food vendors do their own. We, purchasers, be vigilant. It's in our best interest. And our viewers are very vigilant. They're sending in messages. Someone said, my name is Abdul Latif. Please, Mr. Sweetman, you are doing something good for me today. You give it up for Mr. Sweetman.
Mr. Sweetman, well done.
Likes your vibe. Someone else says, okay, still Abdul Latif. He's been busy. He says, don't buy food that have flies around. But was that what you said? You said if fruits have no flies.
Fruits.
If fruits have no flies, then there's something wrong there, right? Okay, but you clarify. Perhaps you didn't fully grasp what you meant. Someone says, hello presenters, hello Weekend Deal. Your program is touching every aspect of our lives. You say kudos to you. Say keep it up. Ayorin Day from Jeba. Someone, Amand says, I love eating salads and fruits. How do I know to look out for red flags? In other words, what should I avoid when purchasing? Comrade Ogbona Daniel Okwandu said government has to play a big role. Government must keep working because you're already working, right? But he said the working should be continuous. There's no time to rest and say we are done. Passing the message should not be a one-off. He said there's a lot of unhygienic food vendors out there. Government should do more. He said the control, there seems to be a lack of control and cohesion. You have said, they need to be well regulated, okay? So I'll just take 2 more and then we'll go back to our conversation. Someone said, good morning, NTA. I love your program. Keep doing it like this. That way we will not miss out on any weekend. Okay, he sent 2 messages. Someone said, this is, we all love to eat good food.
You say what?
Most times the food out there tastes very well. That is why we keep going back for more. But you didn't tell us your name. So let's know who you are and where you're reaching out to us from.
Thank you, Nigerians. And like I always say, each time we say join the conversation, and you join the conversation, you make our show and you make our day. And that's why we love you so much. Thank you so much for your messages. Keep them coming. Well, would invite at this point, let's listen to Mr. Sweetman give us some.
Well, can she just explain that thing about fruits and the flies? Like the man didn't get it right.
Abdullah Latif, thank you for tuning in and bringing in your question. Probably you didn't get me right. I didn't say don't buy food that you should buy food that has
flies around.
No, I didn't say that. What I said is, if you come to buy fruits, your mangoes, your pineapples, your watermelons, they contain sugar, and sugar attracts flies. So you come to buy it and you don't see a single fly around that place. It's a red flag. It's a red flag. There's pesticides. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Not fruit, not food. No. If you come to buy food and there's flies all over the place, you won't kill yourself.
I like that. That's the question. You won't kill yourself. But we are here to ensure that we live long and enjoy our yummy, yummy food. Okay, Mr. Sweetman, I'm coming to you first before you sing. Mr. Sweetman, are you listening to me? Yes, ma'am. What is your favorite? Wait. What happened? They're not hearing you in the studio. What happened to your mic?
It's like his mic fell in.
Oh, Mr. Sweetman, you don't want to tell us your favorite? Yeah. Okay, so where do you... I know we all go to the same place. What is your favorite quick fix when you go to the streets to buy?
I rarely go. I cook.
Oh, you cook?
Hey,
Thumbs up.
I cook, and I cook. I love cooking.
Hey, Mr. Sweetman in the kitchen! He's only hitting it up in the studio. He's hitting it up in the kitchen.
Before I go to buy something, I will imagine if I have a little gas, I could just do some small toasting and all that.
Wow.
I feel comfortable with it.
Wow,
wonderful.
nice.
I love cooking because I grew up with a mom who she cooked. So back in the days, we carry the food from the house to where to her shop, drop it there before we go to school.
Wow.
Come back and meet mommy and all that.
That's
so
wonderful.
we did all that, especially as a first son. It's imperative. You just have to do it.
Really
You have no
imperative.
choice.
All right, let's cook us some songs. Not only food you cook. You've been cooking for us songs, so cook us another song.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Going to
I like
the
to
fact
go
that many men cannot boil water.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Na, 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 na. I will be bololoka. Tafin wa okan. If you're valor, jamon. Àǹtí tó gbélé tó sí ó wá ẹ wálé yìí àtọjọ́ mẹ́ta tábọ̀ ó ní pé ó lóyún oyún oṣù méjì. Wahidi, ọmọ Sekina, ọmọ Muhina, ọmọ Muhammad. Wahidi, ọmọ Sekina, ọmọ Allah Muhammad. Àǹtí tó lóyún ó tóbi Ọlọ́run. Àǹtí tó lóyún ó tóbi Ọlọ́run. Almost again. Almost again. Almost. Wahidi. Almost again. Almost. We belong together, and you know that I'm right. I would you play with my heart, or would you play with my mind? So we'll live together, and you know that I'm right. How could you love me and live and ever say goodbye? Well, I can't sleep last night without holding you tight. Girl, each time I try, I just break down and cry. Teasing my hair, I'd rather be dead. Spinning around on the road, all the way close to the end of the road.
Still I can't let go. It's so natural. You belong to me. I belong to you.
Road.
Woo! Mr. Sweetman! It's okay. Put your...
You know, I was just thinking, I said, these Super Falcons, I know they carry last, you know, again and again. So promise, are the Super Eagles also promising us that they will start to do what Super Falcons are doing? Because they've been celebrated even more than the Super Falcons, yet their medals and their cups, they're on the down low, but we're trusting them this year. Or is it next year? Go do it again, okay? Like Keshi did. Our program has reached the peak. And it's time to tell our viewers, thank you for watching. And for your messages, patience, our dear friend MC Malam has been saying hello, but we can't take your message.
MC Malam, hello. You know we love you, right?
Yes,
MC Malam.
sure, we sure do. So we're wrapping up. So, Eli, what are your final words on the show today, just for the show, about food vendor and hygiene?
Okay. My final word is all the food vendors should just try so that they will not drive us away out of this business. I believe that most of us we learn from this place here, and we should try our possible best. And our FCT also, they are trying for us to help us check the food vendor to share. By closing your nose, share your face mask, and then your hand gloves, so that, and everything that you bought from the market, our food vendor, my co-fellows, should please try to buy good products from the market. Okay.
From the market to the table. And then with that, Max, because Yabasira is quarreling one girl, the soup is on the fire, and she's shouting right into the food. Quickly tell us your own final words.
So I would advise us all that the best thing to do is to build a resilient public health system and a resilient food-safe Abuja. Join us, the Public Health Department. We're at number 8 Olu Street. Come over and let's work on regulating these food vendors and making life better and safer for everybody while we eat wholesome meals in FCT. Thank you very much.
God bless you. God bless you. Oh, yeah, sweet man, sweet us away.
Sweet man, sweet us
Sweet
away.
boy today. He's looking all boyish. Hey,
Bubble up, man.
hey, hey, hey.